Happy International Women's Day. The earth is singing. It's just the most beautiful day. Well, yesterday was a beautiful day too, but today is just extraordinarily beautiful because it is a celebration of women. And therefore, for me, the ultimate woman, the ultimate female is Mother Earth. And my word, is she celebrating today. Just look at her. This amazing, amazing life force that gives us life. I'm just pointing the camera now at the two peach trees which actually grew out of my compost heap. And look at the size of them now. And I'm hoping very much to see blossom on them today, tomorrow, sometime at the end of the month, April, but blossom this year, yes please. And everything is just looking so magnificent. My word, who could fail to be in love with this incredible, incredible female? So happy, happy International Women's Day. International Earth Day. International, let's celebrate this incredible life that we have day. And life comes from the Great Mother. Now, let's open up the door of the tunnel and just bask in the warm air. Oh, and the beautiful earthy smells that the warmth here in the tunnel is just bringing up from the soil. It's beautiful, just beautiful. So, I'm here today, working again. Well, it's hard. Why do I use the word work? Enjoying the day on the land. Because I'll be doing all kinds of little tasks. This is my peach tree here in the tunnel. Do you know, I'm just thinking to myself that the peach trees outside are a wee bit further on, just minusculely. Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. That looks like a tiny little blossom, doesn't it? Oh, I think this year is going to be a fabulous year for fruit, and a fabulous year for growing food, and a fabulous year for the wildlife and just everything. There's so much to celebrate. There cannot be a bigger high than that of spring. The birds get it, don't they? They understand what it's all about. It's about rebirth. Rebirth. Yes, indeed. I think I'll just go for a little dander down through the fairy wood. And why? Because I can. You see this greenery here? This is actually ivy. I bet you've never seen ivy grow like this. Where do you see? Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. That's ivy. Yep, things grow beautifully, wildly, voluptuously here in the west of Ireland. And you see, the thing that people can moan about, which is the rain, brings all this life to the earth. It's beautiful, isn't it? Just beautiful. So, yesterday was a great day because I worked, or should I say, enjoyed myself, all day in the garden, in the gardens. And then I topped that off, if it could be topped off at all, by making some soup. I made some lovely spinach soup, well, vegetable and lentil, and then it turned into a spinach soup because I added spinach to it. So that was delicious. And I think I had 2 bowls of that last night. And I got up this morning and I felt so invigorated. I felt really charged with energy. That was the result of making a good soup. So it's something I would definitely recommend. Anyone who's feeling a wee bit under the weather or a wee bit, you know, under the weather sometimes can equal feeling a bit down, because they both go hand in hand. And spinach is a great antidote to that. Now I think one of my neighbour's sheep has been in here. I did see a wee bit of a break in the fence, so I did tell John. I think John's going to be fixing that on Saturday. I think he said he'd fix it on Saturday. Jack, there you are. Now, I think what I'll do is I'll take you all down to the pond and we'll have a wee look to see how those frogs are doing, because of course the frog spawn, the last time we looked at it, it was sitting in a frozen pond and it looked pretty frozen, didn't it? So we'll have a little look. Oh, it's just gorgeous. What a difference a few days make. And the land has dried up a bit. No, not completely, it's still boggy in places because it'll take more than a few days, you know, to dry out. But it's going in the right direction. It's headed in the right direction. So I'm just treading gingerly here along just the side bit of the path because the middle bit's a wee bit squelchy. Oh, I'm hearing croaking. Right, let's see if we can approach this pond quietly. No. There's some of the frog spawn. So it's looking okay. We'll see how it goes. That's always what we do. Just, oh, look at this. He's been hurt a little bit. He's still alive. Because this is what happens, you know, the frogs get into little scrums, they're like little rugby scrums, and they can actually hurt each other. So he's come out, he's onto the dry bank and just just warming up in the sun a wee bit, but he's just hurt on one side there and I can see that. It's been a busy time for them. Yeah, it's drying up really well. Surprisingly so, considering it's only a few days. As we had torrential rain just a couple of days ago. The flow on the stream is still there. That's all coming from the spring well in the Fairywood, but it's not as rampant. Come on, Jack, we'll go back this way. He's gone for a wee drink. And this is where it's cutting back the brambles, just to give those little hazel trees a bit of a start and to clear around the apple tree, which is what we've done. This is one of the piles of brambles. That's going to be a really good little habitat. And this other pile of brambles here, because I'm thinking, you know, sometimes of hares, because we get hares here in the garden, and the hares like to birth their young in a very safe, quiet little spot. So I'm hoping that they'll use the shelter of some of these little piles. I know they sort of hide their young in the long grass as well. So of course I'm going to leave some of this here. Do you know, I actually get really quite excited. I suppose most of us do, don't we? With the promise of spring, you know, and the promise of all that's to come. It's a very thrilling time. I think there's more thrills to be had just walking along through the land like this at this time of the year than, say, what you'd get, say, if you were out in a shopping centre, you know. I'm going this way just to avoid the squelchy bits. There we go. Now the catkins are really making a show of themselves, aren't they? Look at that. Very beautiful. Very beautiful indeed. Right, so I'm going to wish you all a very happy Women's Day, International Women's Day, because it's for women all over the world. And I'd also like to say, I actually don't celebrate Mother's Day. And I've always resented Mother's Day, because I think that's a very divisive thing. I really feel strongly for women who, for all kinds of reasons, can't have children, or who have lost children. And I think to celebrate International Women's Day is to celebrate all the essence of women. Mother is just a part of who we are. It's not the all. It's a part. And that's why I like to celebrate today. Blessings to you all, and have a lovely day.